Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be walking you through step by step on how to set up a brand new TP-Link Deco router. So this here is the model is Deco S4. If you look at the bottom right corner here, it's the AC1200 Deco S4. It comes with 3 of these mesh Wi-Fi routers, and it covers up to about 5,500 square feet home. So if you have anything smaller than 5,500, great. You would have more bandwidth, more stronger signal. But if anything about the same or 55 or larger than 5,500 square feet, you may need to add additional the 4th TP-Link router or the 5th. You can actually add onto the current system, right? You don't have to buy totally separate router because you do not want to have 2 Wi-Fi running at home. So in other words, this system here allows you to add the 4th one or the 5th routers, right? So keep that in mind. If you need more Wi-Fi's at home, you can add them. You can add them up together. All right, so let's take a look here. So once you open up the box, it actually comes with these 3 routers and also with all the adapters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set them up. So let me get my extension cord here. I am going to connect one at a time. So first, I like to connect one in the center, assuming this is the center of the house or the main router in the house. And we're going to call this as a main right in the center of the house. And then we're going to put one maybe far to your left of the house and maybe one far to the right of the house. It could be upstairs, downstairs, doesn't matter. Your house, your configuration, right? But I'll show you how to set it up first. So make sure you connect the power in the back of the router here. Okay, and that green light would start to turn on and it would turn to a blinking blue in just a minute. So what you want to do next is to get your internet cable. This is probably coming from your router, maybe your internet service provider like Spectrum. It could be Oceanic, whichever internet provider that you currently sign up with. They should have an internet cable that comes through the modem, and use that internet cable, plug it into number 1. Okay, plug that thing in, and this little green light is still powering on, and while we're gonna wait for this. So what are we gonna do with the other left and the right? So the other left and right extension I haven't plugged in yet because we're gonna configure one at a time and try not to configure all at the same time. All right, while this thing is still powering up, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and download this app. You need to use the app to set this up. It doesn't allow you to use the computer, so you need to have a smartphone. Make sure you download the app, and this app, what you can do is you can find them on Apple Store. So if you look at the box, so let's say this is the box here, and if you look at the box at the QR code, you can go ahead and download the app from an app store if you use an iPhone, or Google Play if you use Android. All right, so once you download the app, they'll walk you through the setup process. You need to make sure that you set up with your email address. Sign up yourself with an email address, create an account, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to skip that part because those are pretty straightforward. Once you set up, go ahead and put in your username and password, click login. So right now it brings you to this screen. Let's begin. And here you want to look for the model. The model of this is S4. Go ahead and click that. Comes with the adapter and the internet cable. Click next. You need to power up the modem. Read the instruction. Click next. Go ahead and make sure you connect to the right position. It says connect to number 2. I did number 1. So let's go ahead and put it back to number 2. When the picture says number 2, I'm not sure why. I always think start with the first one, but hey, look at the picture. It says number 2. So be it. We're going to connect to number 2. Click next. And internet like is stable, yes. And the TP-Link is flashing blue, that's correct. And connect automatically and see what happened. Now, what if you notice this right here, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, a separate router Wi-Fi. I need to change this in the settings. Let me go ahead and change that for now. All right, so I went to my settings, and in the settings here, you can see that I'm currently connected to my Wi-Fi, and this is the Deco 5B3C. You need to go ahead and click that, manually select to connect to this router here, and you can see it's being connected. So now you want to go back. I'm going to go back to this app here. Okay, meaning I have manually connected, and we'll see what happened. It says found it, connected to Deco. That's great. Now you want to name this. Where you're going to name this? I'm going to name this as the living room, right? So it's in the main center of the house. I named this as the living room. Detected the IP address. Here, connection type, you want to select dynamic IP, leave it as default, and just click next. Create a Wi-Fi name. I'm going to put it as TP-Link. Okay, you can do whatever name you want, but I'm just going to name it as TP-Link. And here I'm going to name it ABC 1 2 3 4 5. That's my Wi-Fi password. Click next. Okay, so let's click connect again. It is connecting to the new TP-Link router. And the color have just turned white. And it says found it, and we are being connected right now. So let's just wait. So it says connected. Now what is the next instruction here? Testing the internet connection. Deco is now online. Great. So that is all great news. What we're going to do is we're going to add another Deco, right? So we are going to use the very far right. Go ahead and power up the Deco here. So we click on add another Deco. And what we're going to do is we're going to select the model number, which is S4. And suitable for what? We're going to do the second floor, meaning we're going to put this on the second floor if you have it. If you don't have the second floor, that's fine. You can just accept as the second floor for now. And then power on Deco and wait until LED pauses blue. So right now it's still green or yellow, whichever color you can see. And we're just going to wait until it turns blue. Just so you know, this is not blue, this is actually white in color. But for some reason, it does look like a little bit bluish, but yeah, it's actually white color. All right. The second floor or the far right router is flashing blue. Click on that and try again. Fail to connect to the TP links. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually try to connect to this router here. And again, I go to the settings. So what I'm going to do is that I need to connect my phone. Instead of keep looking into the old Wi-Fi, I need to connect to the new Wi-Fi that we just set up here, the TP-Link. So click on that and make sure that I'm going to put A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click join. I should have forget the UG 5G Wi-Fi first to do this video so that you're not getting any error message. All right, so it says go to Wi-Fi setting and join this network and try again. So I went to TP-Link and I've tried to try again. Come on, what's happening here? Okay, it says found it. I'm gonna put this in the bedroom. So it's optimizing the network. It's trying to connect to the second here, the second router. All right, it says it's completed. What I'm going to do is we're going to add the third router to the very far left. So go ahead and do that. Power up the router here. The light is still blinking orange. Find the same series. It is on the same floor. Let's just assume that it's on the far left to the deck. And we are going to wait until it turns blue. So just so you know, the right router here has turned the light from blue, flashing blue, to white. And that means it is all set up and ready to go. We just have to wait for the left for this yellow light to turn into flashing blue. All right, it is flashing blue now. Let's click the button and wait for the app to tell you what to do. So right now it says looking for new deco. Yeah, so this is the process where I think it's quite iffy. Sometimes it's taking a long time to look for a new deco, and you never know whether if it's okay, found it. So it takes some time. I guess you have to be patient. I wasn't quite patient on this one earlier. So I kind of went back and forth the settings to try to manually connect to this router. But I guess you just be patient, and yeah, that works. So anyway, this right here, we're gonna say this is in office. It's very far out to the left. Let's just say you have a office all the way out by the garage, and you needed a powerful internet. So that's what you're gonna do, is set that up on that side. Now we have completed all three of them. So just say I'm done for now. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It asks you, there's a firmware available. Do you want to update now? You should update the firmware, but for me, I'm just going to click no. And here again, the living room is the main deco. As you can see, it says main deco. Bedroom is online, is far right, and this is the office on my far left. Okay, and here it would tells you what is online, how many devices is online. So far I only have one being online, which is my phone here, and it will tell you what is the kilobyte download speed and upload speed. You can actually see what other devices are being connected in the using the app here. Okay, now for those of you who says, hey, I like to upgrade the fourth router, what should I do? You come to your app, you go to your app, and you click on the plus on the top right corner here, plus, and here you can add additional mesh Wi-Fi. I believe you can mix match the Wi-Fi with the M series or the S series, just in case if they discontinue. I believe so you can do that. Okay, so they have a lot of series right here: the AC series, the H, the E, the P, the W, the M, the S. Who knows, there are a bunch of them, right? So you can actually add to the current existing Wi-Fi if you want, and tells you what are the devices are being connected, things like that. And let's go to more. Here you can change your Wi-Fi settings. Go to Wi-Fi, you can change the name of the Wi-Fi and the password. I make it simple, ABC12345. You can change that. You can add guest network. If you have a guest network, if you're doing this for like what do you call it? If you're doing this for like a hostel, you know, for like a hotel where you can rent bedroom out, or Airbnb, you want to turn on the guest network, by all means you can do that on the settings here. Also, it walk you through some of the advanced settings. If you want to do a dynamic IP address or static IP address, up to you. So you go through the choices. It does have the port forwarding as well, and you can actually add port forwarding if you want for your security camera, for other stuff, right? Like for remote desktop, for security camera, for your solar, whatever port forwarding that you need for gaming, like the PlayStation 5, Xbox. You can do that all in these settings. Now, if you have any question, just comment below. I do read your comments, and I try my best to answer you through the comments in terms of this router setup and port forwarding. Whatever you want to ask me, you can do that. Oh, before I go, if you want to do a hardwired, you can do that as well. So if you plug it into any of these outlet, one or two, right? If these are additional ports, you can plug it in and then connect to your laptop or connect to the security camera. Anything you want to plug it in, you can get signal and internet coming from the back of the router. All right, so that is being said, and if you're interested where I get this router from, I got it from Amazon. I'll have them in the link description below. Go check that out. I got this from Amazon. They're not expensive, and I believe that these are the best for the price available at this current moment, and you can get them on Amazon. Check the link, and I hope you learned something today. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.